just crossed into snowy Macedonia from Kosovo. They did a lot better of a job in Kosovo maintaining the winter roads. Anyway, making my way to Vevčani, home of the oldest carnival in the world, which starts tonight.
Arrived Vevčani. I said the carnival begins today. That's not actually true. Tonight's the warm-up. And this is the House of Culture. Let's take a quick look.
Homemade rakia, hammer and sickle. So, obviously the House of Culture was built during socialist Yugoslavia times. It was renovated with EU funds and they kept the history. The hammer and sickle. You can't erase history all the time. See, if I'm lazy, you just watch the shows from the balcony. I'll tell you about the carnival and this town, Republic of Vevčani, tomorrow. The headliner for tonight's warm-up is a famous Yugoslav era band from Sarajevo, Zabranjeno Pušenje, which translates to prohibited smoke or forbidden smoke. They're kind of a big deal. They've been around for almost as long as I have. I'm not really going to film them. That would be, well, I'll film them, but I'm not going to show it to you. That would be a copyright violation, sadly. I'll just show you a 4-second clip, 5-second clip.
This is them. Looks like -6 Celsius.
Don't drink this. It's kind of like Jägermeister. They love it here. I'll tell you about Vevčani tomorrow, but it has the best tap water in the world.
Yeah, no, it's not tap. It's from the sources.
But when you open the tap, the source comes out.
No, Vevčanski izvori. Od izvorite. It's not from the tap.
So when you open the tap, what water is it?
It's from the sources. You come to
Yes! When you open the tap.
This photo here is from the sources.
He doesn't know what tap. He doesn't know what tap means.
No, I know what tap means.
This is tap. This is the tap.
Yeah.
No. Darko wants me to show the steps.
Direct.
Yeah, he's directing. Darko's directing. Steps. Steps.
That's important. Give me back.
This is a classic video. classic video. Steps to the water. Okay. Steps.
No, the water is toilet.
Water's this way. Toilet.
Yeah.
Let's go right to the toilet. Right to the toilet. Yeah. Toilet. Yes.
Please open the door at the man. Tap, existe from America, tap. But it's from where is
It's from the source.
Yeah.
This is look at this.
This is Vevčanski
source. The Yugoslav National Army was defeated over this.
Vevčani zastана против четвъртата най-яка армия от света. Само Vevčani.
And it makes sense. It's the best water in the world.
Ево ти чаша, напълни си вода. Пръв път пробува от изворите. Се гледаме утре на Карневал. Това четим. Ова се ке мокте. Vevčanska.
Good direction.
Just like do it. Tony.
Aha, Tony,
It's like
Hi, we're in Fast Eddie Dice vlog and we're Zabranjeno Bušenje from ex-Yugoslavia.
ex-Yugoslavia, Sarajevo, Croatia.
No, it says former Yugoslavia, Republic of Yugoslavia.
It's so complicated. It's so complicated. But
We're in Macedonia now. We're in your vlog, my man.
and you've been around as long as I have, which I
Yeah.
like. Which I like.
What are you? Like 86?
I'm 70.
No, we've not been around.
No. Sorry. Cut. It's still snowing. So I kind of messed up last night. Looking through my photos and videos, I see I was up till about 5 in the morning. And that was just the warm-up. The carnival begins in an hour. This is gonna be a rough carnival. So, about Vevchani. From what I learned last night, this village doesn't take shit from anybody. In 1987, they stood down the JNA, the Yugoslav National Army, over their water rights. The government of Yugoslavia wanted to, I guess, redirect their water to Struga, the nearby city on Lake Ohrid. And the villagers freaked out. They sparked calls for independence from Yugoslavia. They started calling themselves the Republic of Vevčani. The name stuck. Now they have their own passport, their own currency. It's for tourism purposes. And now let's take it back some 1,400 years. Minimum 1,400 years. That's when this carnival began. That's when it was first written about. But the villagers say it started earlier than that. It dates back to Roman times because the main mask is retarded August, stupid August, foolish August. They were making fun of Caesar. The villagers have been defying authority since as far back as the written history of it goes. Fast forward to COVID times. You know, obviously the government didn't want the carnival to take place during COVID. It'd be a super spreader. The police came, arrested 3 people. The entire village rose up in arms. Everybody here has a gun that I talked to last night. And they said every single villager has weapons. So everyone came out with their weapons, their guns, their axes. And the police were told to stand down because the only alternative was to kill every single person here. I have a pamphlet here I picked up at the House of Culture last night. It tells you a little bit about the carnival. I'll read it to you. Yeah, the people of Vevčani are especially proud of the Vevčani Carnival. So we know that it survived at least 1,400 years. And I guess it's world renowned. It's held every year on the 13th and the 14th of January, on the holiday of Vasilij, St. Basil, Orthodox New Year. And that's why the participants of this carnival are called Vasilij. So the carnival celebrates the beginning of the new year, which according to the old Orthodox calendar begins on the 14th of January. This is not just an ordinary masked parade, but it's a real holiday. It celebrates disobedience, the quality for which the people of Vevčani are known. The masks that you're going to see have been prepared for months. And they show a sense of humor. The mandatory masks at this carnival are the bride, the groom, retarded August, the devil, and musicians. The road from Rome to Constantinople passed through this village. So I'm walking to the entrance of the village. That's where the parade starts. And they walk, I don't know, the mile from the start up to where I'm staying in the main square. Someone was telling me last night that on this day, the 13th of January, it's okay for neighbors who have grudges to fight each other. Only on this day. They can beat the shit out of each other, but then afterward, everything's cool until next year. I just asked one of the policemen what time he thought the parade was going to start, because I was told 12 o'clock. It's 12:30 now. And he just laughed and said 12, 1, 2. Like, you never know with these people. I just looked it up. From the center of town to the gate I'm walking to now, it's about 2 miles. Glad I looked it up now, because if I knew that at the beginning, I wouldn't be taking this walk. Me with no water, didn't eat breakfast this morning, but I have the new fallen snow. Can eat that. This carnival is kind of a satire that mocks local and global problems without any censorship. And last night, someone told me, I don't know if this is true, do your own research, but that the Pope condemned the carnival. I don't know which Pope. Well, I guess the current Pope, because he said it was over a guy carrying a cross made of beer cases. It's 1 o'clock, so I've been walking down the hill for an hour now, not looking forward to the return trip, although hopefully with all the excitement, I barely notice it. There it is, the gate that the parade is supposed to start from. It's after 1:30. I don't see anybody here. And that's a 2-mile stroll. Cold, tired, hungry, hungover, but I'm tough, like a Vevchani guy. So, now I wait. Nobody here. It's 2 o'clock. This isn't my first time in Vevchani, by the way. I was here summertime. I'll put a link to that video in the description section. I laughed because I want to die. The police just told me the parade doesn't start here. Said it starts in town. There's a special place in hell for the guy that told me to be here at the gate at 12. So it's 3 kilometers back up the hill.
It's old, about 1,700 years, something like that.
1,700 years, wow. I got picked up by the very last car allowed into the village, so got lucky. And the parade doesn't start at the gate. It starts right down the road here, in the center. I must have done something right last night. The guy in a mask just came up to me and said, "You crazy drunk bastard." These guys are dangerous. Domakin is a host or homeowner, and he forces you to drink on the 13th, today. All right, children, it's showtime. This village is divided into two parts. There's an upper town and a lower town. And apparently there's fierce rivalry between the two. It's a long climb. Great way to tour the village. fell back down. I haven't eaten yet. Maybe this place is open? This is some of Vevchani's famous water. Let's see what's going on down at the bottom. Half an hour to go till January 14, Orthodox New Year. I got my Republic of Vevčani passport. The oldest spomenics I've ever seen. They put it up 1945.
Thank you for being our guest.
Hvala.
See what you got from Vevčani. This is from Država Vevčani, ti je ova podarok more od Država Vevčani.
Magnet. Keychain. And all of the pamphlets that you could ever want to learn everything there is to learn about Vevchani. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Ancient capital of the Macedonia.
They're going to the water now. The springs, the Vevchani springs. It's 2:30 in the morning and they're going to the water now.
No, it's early. They say it's early. They're announcing now.
They're announcing, get ready to go to the water. In Vevčani, they go to the springs and they kind of fill up a jug with water and sprinkle themselves with it. I think I got that right. But it's all the way at the top. It's like maybe a 30-minute walk up. Good morning. You thought it was over. It's not over. Jarko just said they're all gonna visit guys named Vasilij now because it's Saint Basil Day. So anyone named Vasilij gets a visit.
That's why they say Sveti Vasilij na pomoć. It Saint Basil to come to help, to be with us.
When they're done saying hello to all the Vasilias in town, they're gonna assemble here and burn the masks, which is a way of getting rid of all, I guess, bad energy of last year and having a clean slate for this new year.
Burn the demons. We've been burning the demons with homemade rakia for the 3 days. Now we're gonna burn the demons in the city square.
I'm Albanian now.
Parody.
Now the fire's starting.
Not mine, that's somebody else's house. I don't pay.
Yeah. The upper neighborhood just came. It was the lower all along we were watching. As the masks burn, you're seeing more and more faces.
of Vevčani. Thorn from Vevčani. It's on the shield of Vevčani. You see it over there? Around the circumference of the fire burn are cops. And one of the participants just told me, decoration only. Cops have no power here. That's where I'm eating at. If I can survive these steps. I've eaten here already in the summertime. I was told then that it's one of the best restaurants in town. And baklava. The restaurant closed and they keep giving me these.
Pretended we're intellectuals. Upon the intellectual outside.
Look at this table. This table is glorious. I was going to leave Vevčani tomorrow, but I haven't booked anything for tomorrow. I was too busy tonight doing things that I couldn't show you. So, good night for now. And I guess tomorrow, another day in Vevčani. It'll be a quiet day. Good morning. I was going to leave Vevčani today, but I'm in no position to drive. And so I, along with all the inhabitants here, are taking a quiet day to recover from the fever dream that was the last 3 days. So I'll take you on a little walkabout, a quiet walkabout. Let's visit one of Vevčani's 19 churches. The Church of St. Nicholas from 1876. I think I mentioned this village for centuries has been surrounded by Muslim villages. Vevčani is a Christian village. This is usually a recipe for disaster in the Balkans, but Vevčani has managed to maintain peace with its neighbors through strength let's head up to the famous springs of Vevčani. I'm not sure if this is true, but someone told me last night that this was the first time in 18 years someone didn't die at the carnival. Nothing but the sound of water coming from all directions. Oh, look at this. Is this a water mill or something? I'm sure you've been noticing it. A lot of beautiful old houses in this village. During the Vevčani emergency in 1987, Yugoslavia used electric batons for the first time. The villagers were beaten for weeks, but they never backed down. And in the end, this spring water was not diverted to the politicians in Struga. The villagers won. There's an expression here that goes something like, "We do not want what is not ours, but what is ours we do not give." There's a small church here by the springs. 1972, says the sign. This is the Mid-Pentecost Chapel. It's a very slippery climb. Around this area is home to bears, wolves, foxes, and the Balkan lynx. Coming up to the Epiphany Chapel, that is refreshing. This must be perfect in the summer. It's ice cold water, obviously. And I think it's always cold, no matter the time of year. So that was my little loop around the Vevčani Springs. What else can I tell you about Vevčani? Population is under 2,500, and the inhabitants here speak a unique dialect of Macedonian called Vevčani Radojda, if I remember correctly. Vevčani, along with 3 other villages, speak this dialect. 11 days after Macedonia declared independence from Yugoslavia, Vevčani declared itself a republic. Hoping for some breakfast here. So much for a day of sobriety. Baklava again. Truly good in this town. There are a number of celebrated houses here that were built by the famous families of Vevčani. This one here dates from 1890. It's the house of the Kostojčinovski family. Here's another house by a famous Vevčani family. It's the house of Pupin. The family Pupin originated from built this house. One of the founders of NASA. here he is, Mihailo Pupin. This house of culture, which has the hammer and sickles inside, is named Kosta Srbikoski. And there's a sign dedicated to him at the entrance here. It says, Kosta Srbikoski was born 1943, died 2020, a man from Vevčani, the ideological leader of the Vevčani resistance movement and the Vevčani separatism from evil and ugliness. His dedication against all forms of totalitarianism. Did I say that right? Totalitarianism was and remained purer than the purest waters of Vevčani, dedicated to his mission, eternal glory and remembrance. Let's look at least one more family house before the sun sets in 15 minutes. Here's the other side of the spomenik I was screaming at you about a couple days ago. You can see Tito's partisan star at the top. And on this side it says, eternal gratitude to the Ilindens. This is related to the Ilinden uprising against the Ottoman Empire. Here you go. House of the family Koronowski. Another famous Vevčani family. Another church on the next block. This house here, 1927. Let me show you what 30 euros a night gets you in Vevčani during the Carnival. Right in the center. Yeah, this is it. It's tight. And you might be wondering, where's the bathroom? Great question. Let me show you. Yep. The bathroom in room number 1 is mine to use. And the first 2 nights, 2 guys were staying in here. And we became the best of friends. Discovered today that there's a bathroom upstairs, but I wasn't given that option. So maybe that's reserved for the people staying in apartments 4 and 5. It's a mystery. So if you'd like to rent a room here, send me a note and I'll put you in touch with the owner, who's known as Alexander the Great. I just ordered 2 of the best hot dogs in town. Well, that's it for Vevčani. But as a bonus for you, let's take a 15-minute drive south and visit those water-thieving bastards in Struga. Yeah, as soon as you exit the Vevčani gate, you're in Struga Municipality, and the Albanian flags start flying, and the mosques are popping up everywhere. Vevčani has its own municipality. Small village, but its own municipality. In a normal world, Vevčani would belong to Struga Municipality, but they didn't want to be ruled by anybody. They didn't want to be ruled by an Albanian, and there's a lot of ethnic Albanians here. We're right on the border with Albania. I decided I'm going to spend the night in Struga. I booked a cheap hotel, good rated hotel for 45 euros, comfort hotel. So I actually shot a video on Struga in the past. It was a video in my Macedonian Spomenik series about the Great Lakes of Macedonia. This town of some 16,000 people lies on Lake Ohrid. I'll put a link to that video in the description area in case you're interested. The town sits on the largest lake in the country. It's got the river Black Thrin running through it. Those greedy bastards taking water from little Vevchani. This Yugoslav era spomenik was the star of the show in my first video featuring Struga. That's unfortunate. We used to have a clear view to the mosque from this statue of Mother Teresa, and they put this building up in front of it. Along the river, all the way toward Lake Ohrid, are bars and cafes and casinos and restaurants. And the hotel I'm staying at told me that pretty much all are divided ethnically. So there are Albanian bars and Macedonian bars. At the restaurant I just ate at, they greet you at the door with Salam Alaikum. So I'm presuming that's an Albanian restaurant. That's the Consulate General of Kosovo. During the War of '99, many Kosovar Albanians found shelter here with Strugan families. Icicles, ready to kill. I've shown you this before, Struga Dam. And if the sun were shining, the color of this water is stunning. And now, to end this video, I give you Lake Ohrid, surrounded by the mountains of Macedonia and Albania.